Have you ever felt like jumping into a machine monitoring might be years and years and years before you ever saw any differences, profitability? Well, I'm with Dan from Resolve, and just 8 months ago, they jumped into MachineMetrics. Now, they've been around for 30 years, making some really intricate parts. But I got Dan here today to talk about why they jumped in and what's happened since in the last 8 months and the successes. All right, Dan, let's first start with the fact, 30 years, and it's only been 8 months ago. Why did you consider machine monitoring?
Really, we wanted to fully understand what our downtime reasons were, what our inefficiencies were, what what our true OEE was. We traditionally just used paper or hour by hour charts, trying to figure out what our reasons were. We'd hand these off to an intern. The intern would sit on a stack of paper like this for a week, and we would try to implement solutions, but we were a week late. So naturally, how can you gather that data real time? Well, you got to monitor the machine.
And you had done this in a previous life before this company, right? So you kind of knew we need to do something. So why MachineMetrics?
We looked into a few different solutions, and really MachineMetrics just was far and above, beyond better than some of the other competitors. I worked with a team. We reviewed a few different options, and every team member was, we got to go with MachineMetrics. It just the ability to kind of customize what you want to do, how easy it was to connect, a handful of different reasons.
And how easy was it to connect?
Literally plug and play.
You're an IT guy, right?
Not at all. Not at all.
And it was plug and play?
Yes.
All right, so we now have decided after almost 30 years, 29 years, because 8 months ago, you're going to get into machine monitoring. In theory, you think this is going to be profound. What has it brought to you over the last 8 months?
So really what we found is a lot of our downtime reasons are our own doing. Just work counter stoppages, stopping the machine to check tools or for quality inspection. Just that those 5-10 minutes, it doesn't seem like a lot when it's in, day to day, but if you start to stack that up, it really starts to eat away at your production numbers.
100% correct. Now, per usual, when I do these interviews, I get a little bit of a heads up before we get started. I'm not just winging it every day, although it might feel that way. You actually gave me a great example, a specific example of how much time was being lost in one of your procedures when you were describing this to me. Would you mind sharing that with the audience as well?
Yeah, back to that work counter stoppage, we found that these 5-10 minute increments, we were running a bone screw, and cycle time of right around 2 minutes and 50 seconds. If you stop every 10 to 20 parts and you lose 5 minutes every time that stops, we would see essentially machine utilization of 70% over the course of a 24-hour day. You can do the math there and understand how many hours we were losing just simply by just stopping the machine to check on tools or do some type of quality inspection before we restart the machine.
Incredible, exactly what I needed. First time on camera, how do you feel about that?
Scary.
It's scary. No, he's loving it. Don't listen to him. No, I'm just kidding. Of course, listen to him. But he's done a wonderful job today. This is MachineMetrics. This is what it can bring to your shop as well. A legacy company like this, almost 30 years in business, said we need to do it. And look at the profound results that have come from it. Saving time, not just paperwork being thrown away on, stacks of paperwork to the intern. We now know what's going on. We can now quote better, give lead times better, everything that's involved with understanding what a shop can do. Thank you so much for being here. I know it does take a little bit of courage, and I appreciate your time.
Thank you.